Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching today. So I'm going to show you how I've made this acetate version of the Book Cradle card. So this one stands up, but it's got the acetate on the front. It's also on the back, but I've now added cardstock, so I've got space to write my message. I've also added a little support in there, and I'll talk about that because you might want to add that if it's maybe a bit top heavy, because that will stop it from toppling over. But it's a really lovely style. This is a 5x7, so this folds flat. If you've already seen the Book Cradle style, I first shared it and I made this style here as a 6x6. So it's exactly the same, just different size, and this one doesn't have the acetate. So this is your simplest way to make it. You can see it all folds flat there. And it's a really lovely style, stands up really nicely, and you've got, again, your space on the back to write your message. So if you would prefer to make a 5x7 but with all cardstock, then just check out the 6x6. But if you also then want to make a 6x6 with the acetate, then you'll like today's video. I've used this wonderful set of stamps from my own collections, and I'll talk about those in a moment. But it's just, I thought, a nice fun way, and this looks like a bit of an Easter basket at the bottom. So let's get started. So for the bottom, you'll want a piece of 6x5. Along the 6-inch side, you're going to score at 1.5, 3 and 4.5. You'll then want two pieces of 3.5 by 5, and along the 3.5 side you're going to score at 2, and just do that on both pieces. This is your stopper, so this is a piece of 2 by 4. If you want it the full width of the card, then you can do 2 by 5. Along the 2-inch side you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 and 1.5. And then you'll want two pieces of acetate. To be honest, you could actually just do one piece of acetate and then cardstock on the other piece if you want. So I might swap that out, but seeing as I've cut it, I'll probably keep it. But this is 4.5 by 5. Along the 4.5 side, you want to score at 1/2 inch and 4. And just do that on both pieces. To cover my acetate on the back and the inside, I've got this piece here, which is 5 by 3.5. And this is to go on the back, and this is 5 by 3.5. So they're going to be sandwiched with the acetate in between, like so. I've then also cut these pieces for the grass effect. They're both 5 inches wide, and then one was 2.5, and then this one was 2. And I've just cut into it with my scissors, as you've seen me do in other tutorials, just to create that faux grass. And I'm going to be sitting one over the top, and then I can pop like eggs and the characters and stuff in between. Actually, one more bit. This is for the top, to just conceal the tops of the acetate there. And this is 1 by 5. And along the 1-inch side, you want to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, so first of all, I just want to do a little bit of inking. So I want these two that are the same size. I want the 2-inch piece at the top. And I've just got, this is my stencil from one of my past collections. And I'm just going to sit this over the top here. I've just popped a little bit of spray adhesive on the back, so I can just get that stuck down. And then just a piece of copy paper is going to go along the bottom here, just so I keep the pattern within the top. So I think I'm going to use this one here. And I'm just going to go all the way over until I've covered this. And I'm going to do it on both pieces as well. And then I'm just going to go around the edges just to kind of blend that all in and just make it look a little bit more worn and distressed. If you just fold that in half, you can get a nice effect along the fold. So that's going to be that way. So they're all done. Next you want this piece. You want to fold, so you've got a valley, mountain in the middle, and then finish with a valley. Then you just want to add your glue on one of the inside pieces, like so, and then just squeeze it together. Okay, so you've got that winged effect. Next, you're going to take one of these and you're going to stick the bottom part, so this back of it, to the top of this one. So you create that effect because you want this to stick up in between the sides. And you can see we've got that kind of book cradle look. So now I'm going to add my glue all over here. And then I'm going to stick that over the top. It's all the same measurements, so it should just sit nicely over the top. Don't really want to see the green, so I'm going to pull it down just a little bit, like so. And then I'm just going to add the glue onto this piece. Doesn't matter if you do this piece or the green, in my case, like so. Again, make sure the folded piece is in the middle. This is sticking onto that single piece either side. So I just fold it out so you can still see this green shape in between the two. I literally just sit in either side. And it will all fold flat. Okay, whilst that's drying, with this piece here, you want to fold it so that you've got a mountain, then a valley, and then a mountain, like so. And then this is going to stick and run along the bottom on each of the sides there. So I think I'm going to use my quick grab glue, run that all along the bottom, and then I'm going to sit that inside here so the score line runs flush with the bottom there. You can fold that all down. So when this opens, it will open up 1 inch wide. So if you want to make that bigger, or if you want to pop it higher up in here, then you can do. So position it, you know, what's going to work best for you. So now when that opens up, you can see that's going to support it. If you want to open it, you know, have this wider, then just don't do every 1/2 inch, do like every 3/4 or every 1 inch. It's entirely up to you, but I find that's quite a good, you know, width for it to open. So already there, that's the main kind of book cradle. So now if you wanted to, you could just build up a scene in the middle here and, you know, decorate it and have it that way. If you followed the 6x6, then you could add the paper version of the top here, or you can add the acetate. So first of all, before I add the acetate, I'm going to decorate this piece. So I'm going to stick this down. You can distress this as well, add ink to it. I did do that during the Facebook Live, which I'll link below the video. But I'm just going to leave this bright green colour. And then some more along there. You could put foam in between these as well if you wanted to. But then it is going to create more bulk, so just be careful. Because you want to make sure it fits in your envelope. Okay, so we can see that effect. And then I've got my characters here. This is all using my woodland scenes and woodland animals. So across the 2 cards I've mixed in, and then the eggs are from my stash, along with the mini eggs there as well. And I used the bunting. It's from this one, which is the baked goods. So I've got that ready to die cut. You'll see that towards the end. And then the paper, I've taken the clouds, and that's from my scenes paper pad. So I thought with this one, if I lay it down this way, it'd be quite nice to have like the deer in there, and then I could have maybe one of the eggs behind, maybe do the pink one like so. And then I've got the little bunny can be kind of there next to him, and then I've got the other eggs. See, it's nice to have the 2 layers of the grass, and then I can kind of fit in the other eggs and the other characters there. I've got the sentiment, and I've just cut a piece of the same colour card just to back, you know, whatever sentiment it is. So I'm going to pop that on some foam and stick that down. So I'm going to get that all in place. I think it'd be quite good to see how it looks without the acetate, because it's a nice style on its own. Okay, so that's all stuck down. So obviously, I mean, probably from how you're seeing it, these look quite hidden, but when the acetate is on, these fan out, and that's more of the kind of scene that you see. But of course, you know, you can trim this down, so depending on how you're displaying it, because this could be the card now. You could have a little sign maybe on some acetate kind of sticking up the top here. You could have like a signpost or something, and that's the card. You could then have a white piece of cardstock on the back, and that's your space to write your message. So, you know, if I was to just, you know, take 1/2 inch off of that, then, you know, you could see more of it. But even when it's displayed, you see everything. It's just hard to show that obviously on camera. But that's all decorated now. I'm really pleased with how that all looks. So then take your acetate, and along the bottom you want to add your tape on the outside, so on each of them, like so. If you need to clean your acetate, just spray with some rubbing alcohol, and that will take all of the sticky marks and fingerprints and everything off, like so. And then flip them both over, and then stick your tape along the top of each piece. Or actually, just do it on one. Remember that when I've done the live, just do it on one, because they're going to stick together. Flip them back over again, so you know you've got your tape up on those bottom pieces, and just take the backing off the release paper. Just make sure you've folded that, and then you only need to do this once, but take a ruler, sit your ruler down, fold that in so it's at the bottom, lift this one up, and lay your acetate down, so you should have the sticky bit facing up and at the bottom. And line this up to 7 inches, because that's how high the card is going to be. And obviously make sure it's all nice and straight and it's even with the card, and then you can just stick that down over the top. Okay, so now once that's all open, you can see what I mean about when that kind of pushes itself down. So now flip it over, take this one, take the release paper off of the bottom, again just fold it, and now all you've got to do is line it up with this piece of acetate that you've already placed down. Like so. And then you can just take the backing off of here, and then just stick that down. Now you might want to put that in before you do so, but I just want to show you how it looks completely clear, because that's another nice way to have it as well, especially if you're going to have your pattern paper down there. So you could now, if I just get the bend in there, you can see how that stands up. And this is what I mean, you might get a little bit of weight going over to one side, so I'll show you how to make that little extra piece here, because that will stop that happening. But when it's all got the acetate on, it looks great for underwater scenes. So if you've got maybe like an aquarium you want to create, or a greenhouse, you could have all little plants in here. So that's another really nice effect. So I'm just trying to show you as many ways, but if you know you want to do it this way, then I would stick this piece onto the acetate before you put it all together, or just have one piece of acetate on the front, and this can all be cardstock. But that's now going to sit inside and be stuck to this back piece, and then that one is going to stick over like so, so you can write your message that way. So I want to get all this on, because then there's going to be the weight, and then I'll know where I need to put my stopper. But it does stand perfectly, you can see there. This piece here, just put tape on both sides, and that's going to then fold around the top, and it's just going to keep that nice and clear. So again, if you just want to have it all acetate, do like a mirrored card on the top, and it'll look like faux metal. I think it'll look really good for, like I said, underwater scenes. So I've just die cut my bunting, and what I already did was on the back of a piece of scrap yellow card, I stuck some double-sided sticky sheets. So now it's cut through the yellow card along with the double-sided tape, and now I've created a sticker. So it just makes these more delicate, intricate dies easier to use. So even if it was not on acetate, if I was just sticking this onto cardstock, by adding the adhesive sheet, it just makes it easier. So just release the paper there, and now that's all sticky. And then I can just position this. I think I might cut a bit off. Just want to get it so that I get the other kind of end there. And then what I'll do when I'm finished is I'll cut it again, that die, in another colour, and then I'll paper piece. So these pieces here, I think I'll do pink again. You can see it was the opposite to this one. So I've just paper pieced the other colour in there. So it's quite a nice little one. Like I said, that's from the baked goods set. You get the cake, the little knife and not knife and fork. You've got the fork, and these all make different biscuits and stuff. So this piece here, like I said, you may not need it, but mine does stand up okay, but I'm going to show you in case. So this is just, I guess, to support it if it's a bit top heavy. So this is 2.5 by 3.5. Again, if you want the whole width of the card, then do 5. Along the 2.5, you want to score at 1/2 inch and 2. And then just fold those over. Now, because this is going on the back, I'm just going to ink that up so it matches the brown card. Okay, so then I've just folded those in. You just want to add your glue over both sides, like so. And then, like I said, if yours is the same width as the card, then just line it up with the edges. But I just want to make sure that you've got an even amount over the score line here. Pull that up a little bit, like so. So it's nice and neat. And then what you want to do is just open it up and just kind of bend it like so. But now that will stop it going back. It just holds it in place. It's hard to really tell how it feels. You'll know when you do it yourself if you feel it needs it, but it just won't go anywhere now. So nice and neat, but it does just give you that extra bit of support. So there's my book cradle card. So just to show you again, these are the 6x6 versions that I've done a separate video for, and that one's already up, so that will be linked, and I'll pop it up again now. Really nice, very quick, simple version to do, great for showing off your pattern papers. And then this one here in the 5x7 size, I've shown you more detailed ways to create different scenes and to use the acetate, which I think looks really good. And yeah, all stand up and all fold flat to fit into your envelopes. And I've got box envelopes on the channel as well, 6x6 and 5x7, so I'll link those here because you might be adding a bit of dimension onto these ones. So I will link all of the product that I've used below. I'll link that video. All of the stuff that I always link is all in there, and it's also got like an essentials. So if you just scroll down a bit more, you'll see all of the basic things in the scoreboard, the glues I enjoy using, and they're the questions I get asked in every video. All the information is below, so just click there and you can see everything. Hope you've enjoyed today. If you have, and maybe you're not subscribed, do consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload something new. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.